Welcome back to Factorio building the Hyperbase. We're actually on mining productivity 66, so I have done a bit of work between times as promised to get yellow science ready to go, but I also accidentally left the game running for a couple of hours, and in that time we finished off the mining productivity that we were doing, and we also did most of this third row of the solar. So it's getting very close. So that's something we're going to have to come back to and attend to, and move the whole solar thing over another step so we can start on the fourth row or fourth column. But the thing that we really wanted to get going is, in actual fact, the yellow science, isn't it? So let's come over to yellow science. I think we're really close to having it go. I have actually fueled all of these trains. You can see they're not flashing anymore. I've provided a train here. It doesn't have its commands to fill up because did I do this or not? Yes, I have done this. So I've loaded this up with processing units and speed modules ratioed because they stack higher for processing units, but you need 3 times as many, so I think this ratio works. The thing that I need to do is finish off this build here, which I think is just putting in the requests to the requesters. Which I'm going to do before I turn on the trains up above, incidentally. So yes, 100 of those, and no, you're not going to be 100 of those. You are going to be processing units, 100, and that's what these two are. So that's what we need it to be. So it's really just change that one. Yeah. So we have the right ratio now, requests to the speed module 1s that we need for the yellow science. And sorry if you can hear me bashing my keys, but just bear with me. There you go, we're done. I've actually fueled this up and I dumped extras here. It's not being provided yet. That's something we know we have to do. It's on the to-do list. I've got a sulfuric acid train coming. In the end I just created a loop that loops back on itself and runs on the same track because I figure that one train will be sufficient for this. I'm not entirely sure, but one train is all we've got at the moment, and it does another loop here because we use single headers in this game. Now this one here, I found out that I'm constantly running out of iron along here, so we stopped making the sulfuric acid, so the battery train is not getting full. I've resumed deliveries of iron to this top row. I don't know if I need them down here. I may well. I'll have to check in on that. But yes, I still want to try and exhaust the cars. It might have just been easier to rip it all up, to be perfectly honest. Maybe drive the cars up to the other and swap them over. But whatever. It is what it is. I've left it for now. So the other thing then that we need to do, aside from turn on the red and green circuits, is probably put some small level of smarts here. We have a big pole there, so I might just use that. Not so much for its power, but I'll leave power on it for the moment. Basically what I want is... 4 is not going to be enough, but look, there's some copper here. now I can make 180. That's awesome. That'll do. So what I want to do is basically read our sources of supply and allow trains or disallow them based on the levels that we have. Oh, where did you come from? Ah, you're the copper train. Yes, see, this is one of the things, for example, that I want to control. So how much copper do I actually need in here? Probably not as much as I have got. 200 and... yeah, we don't need all of that. How about we will go enable, disable, not send to train. Enabled condition is copper plates is less than 100,000. And this one is for what? We'll say down here actually, won't it? You're for the processing units. Okay. You can be enabled if processing units is less than I need sort of 8,000 a minute, I think. I'll say 50,000. And the batteries, just check this hell mod. Batteries. We need like 3,000 a minute, so if it's less than about 15,000, I guess, enable, disable, maybe 20,000. Batteries, it's so hard to find this symbol, guys, even though it's been this way for a while now. What did I say? 20,000. That will do us. I am not going to set these request to chests just yet because I haven't quite worked out the science strategy, and I might limit this to only partially load. In fact, that's almost for sure. First of all, we don't want copper because we've got tons. We do want processing unit. We don't want batteries. Good. That sounds reasonable. Now, the red science, are you working or not? You have logistic bots. These things don't have any iron for some reason. Why don't you have iron, guys? Because that's got 79,000. This is not moving because it has some in here. And this isn't set up with any decent condition or something. Why don't I just tell you to go? That'll be easier. Hopefully you'll go all the way through to here, and that will carry on, and that's something else I can sort out. So, yellow and red and green science, yes. What are you called? I don't think Corneliu Vasiliou, if that's how it's pronounced, is going to be your name for too much longer. You can be yellow science, green 1. Yellow science, red 1, it should be load probably. Yellow science, green 2. yellow science red 2, and you can be yellow science green unload and yellow science red unload, yellow science red unload. And now this train can be yellow science green 1 until inventory full, then yellow science green unload until inventory empty. Go. You can be yellow science red 1 until inventory full, and yellow science red unload until inventory empty. And over here you can be yellow science green 2 until inventory full, and then yellow science green unload until inventory empty. Oh, I was wondering what this train was. This is interesting. We obviously need some more signals here. And you can be yellow science red 2 until inventory full, and then yellow science red unload until inventory empty. Now let's sort out what's going on up there. You have bots, but apparently we don't need any just at the moment. Okay, you can't move because I think I need something else to divide up. No. Okay, you can't move because these trains share. No, they don't share a way back. You've got no path. Oh, a red made it through. Okay. Let's try and fix this up. Has that worked? No. Why do you have no path? Does this not connect up at the end? Should go up here. Oh, hang on. How do you... No, it should go back from there over here. Oh, I think we may have those round the wrong way, because these should... yeah, they go up, they don't go down. That's better. Now, Ooh. I think I want these ones at this point. That's better. So, this should be filling up pretty quickly with processing units. Or not. 500 is clearly not enough at all, so let's go and get like another 1,000 or so bots here, maybe more. Yeah, it's clearly not enough. Where's my plane, dude? Down there. Okay. A long way down. Oh, too far. We're looking for bots. I have to remind myself because my mind's wandering at times. Bots. Here we go. Could have gotten rid of some of that stuff, but let's see if 1,500 it will be by the time all of this is in place. Let's see if 1,500 bots are enough. Because I want to get on to Purple Science. I'm hoping to get on to Purple Science today. It might not happen. Whoops, we've come too far over. Start our slowing down procedure. So now we have 1,500 and all of them are being used. So we might need more than 1,500 bots here. Let's have a look at our stats. So we're up to 4,000 of those. We're not doing any yellows yet except in the main base. I guess that's alright. 84,000 copper plate now. There's some green circuits. Do I have any... I don't think I've got conditions on here, do I? No. Just come in until you can't. How are you doing? 9,000. I'm not entirely sure what a full train will be, but it's going to be pretty big. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by 4. That's 2,400 times 20. 4,800. Sorry, 48,000, I guess. 48,000 processing units. These things seem to be manufacturing faster. Oh, actually the bots have slowed down, so maybe we don't actually need more after all. That's good. This train is draining quite quickly. Deliver 100. some more reds. Well, the facility definitely works the way it's supposed to, but it is going to take a while to fill up. Just check F5. 12. That's dangerous, isn't it? Oh, and I've got something on that's turning on all those bot lines. Okay, let's go, while that's happening, let's run up here. See how much leeway we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have much. Okay, we need to attend to that one now. I'll let this just keep filling up. What are we up to? 18k. It's starting to fill up a little bit faster. It should be 3 times as many blue circuits to the number of these things. Maybe that was just because of buffer, and it'll eventually get on top of it. Probably. There probably was quite a substantial buffer. We seem to have exhausted any buffer that there may have. Oh, well, would there have been a buffer? Let me just use that max rate calculator tool. Well, it's more than a third, but only just. That it should be producing a minute, according to that. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll get there soon. Let's go and attend to the solar. I actually need to stock up on the fuel as well. We're getting low on that. Here we are. Actually, before I bring out my bots, let's plant this so I know where things need to go. Then let's get rid of all these accumulators. And now we should be good for the bots to take over. I might have to get some more rail actually, but it's good to start off with. Good enough to start off with anyway. Okay, you're the one that we want. I do love the fast bots, I do have to say. In fact, it's as soon as we have faster science, I will be going back to even more bot speed for my addiction to fast bots. Feed my addiction. Saying that we are running short on time, It does do the bottom row. I have noticed it does do the bottom rows much faster than it does the top rows. So, do I have that loop anywhere? That looks like it, doesn't it? Let's go and place that as well. Oh, and we are well out of pretty much everything at this point. Okay. Let's just check. I mean, okay, so it's finished that one, and it's not even laid the next pattern yet, but it will in a moment. We just hover here for a minute or so, it should just automatically pop the next one in. But it the whole bots, it's still waiting for a construction robot to get back to base. It's doing something, so it wants it to come home. There you go. Now the count started. Now it's just a minute or so, and then it will plant this one. Kind of makes sense. It's how you can tell whether they've finished, basically, by having the count for the bots. That's why I do it. They've finished when they get back home. There you go. Really doesn't take that long, and it takes a moment for the bots to realise they've got work to do. They can only access the green part, which is only up to here, so they don't know they've got all of this, so you only get some activating immediately, but it's all good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, we're very close. Alright, what do we need? We need rail. Did I have all these things? Kinda looks like I did, actually. I can't tell. Do I have? Yeah, I did have all of those. Even that looks like it's there. So, am I missing stack filter inserters? Yes, I am missing about 3 of them. Still missing 1. Done. Alright, let me just check that I've got my bots. I have. Let's get some more rail. I guess 1500. So I mean, we have enough time to finish this for sure. I really don't think we are going to run out. Here we go, and 1. I'm not actually worried about it. We could, while we wait for that to come to us, let's just check in on our train here. 40k, I don't think that is a completely full train. 2000, yes, I think it's going to keep going a little bit longer. It might be completely full. 40, yes, it probably is completely full in terms of the speed ones. 16,000 probably is all of them. And off for more green circuits. Where are you going? You're going out that way, okay. We're probably cooking quite a lot. Maybe not. We have 1500 and we have a bit of more room. Maybe 1500 is not aggressive enough. 2,000. We're getting a build-up of stone again. Alright, that was easy. This is unpowered. Okay. There we go. That should be getting power. Oh. That one's also unpowered. There we go. It's better. So, how far did the bots get in that time? Not far at all, see? What we need to do is... let's mark this out first. Guys, how about you do some removal, not just trying to place something that's not going to fit. That was the whole point of using shift. I mean, seriously, this one. Alright. Maybe if we fly back into range, they will change their mind on their priorities. Let's have a sip of coffee while we contemplate that. Okay. No, do the pickup first, dummies. The problem is we may have invoked, oops. Yeah, that's better. We may have invoked the construction bots up above to do that clearance work, and that's just bad form, really. It's not going to happen. At least they don't have rail, so when it's just laying rail, they're all but certain to come back to me. Right. Train's got 1.7k. So, yeah, we're sort of at that. We've now done the outer bit. Now we can do all but the final little square. Stage. So, what I want to do is come here. Take that. Manually lay the last few bits. I could spend the time to try and work out a cleaner way to auto have the train do its thing, but since I don't have my train controller mod, I don't have as much flexibility in ordering product, so I'd have to, and I'm not building all the products that I need, basically the combinators, so I would have to, oh, it's stealing stuff off me. So one huge advantage of the using recursive blueprints to place these things is that the recursive blueprints, if it places into shadow, you know, at the edge of the map, you don't lose some of your you don't lose some of the blueprint as you do if you do it manually. So the other one that we need, because I haven't really worried about this one, is the one down here. We need that first one, and we need this guy to go in here. There you go. This is set up. So let's fix up these train names, or train stop names. And as our more or less final act, I guess, final act in terms of moving solar, I'm going to remove these stations and all of this stuff. And that stuff. Let's just see how much. There's actually quite a lot of material here, which is nice. I want to get rid of that. I almost want to ride. I've been waiting to see the whole solar train thing for so long. Let's jump on board the solar train. I know this is a bit of a distraction, and you'll just have to bear with me, guys. I want to ride the solar train. I've been hoping to catch it just as it's finishing, and I haven't set up anything to enable me to. But I want to ride the solar train, and I know it's not helping us build our base, but it's fun nonetheless. Now, while we're doing this, I will have a quick peek on yellow science. Where are we at? You are full. Fantastic. So, once we've done this solar round trip, we can get yellow science to fire off and see what sort of numbers we are getting. Should be 4,000 from that one facility once it has everything that it needs per minute. Gee, this is a long trip. Very cool trip though. Ooh, do a little shimmy there. Now we're on the shared track. That was quite a long time on our private rail. Come on, train. Into the solar. Double little shimmy there. And we load up pretty quickly. From the looks of things. I don't want to get out in case I miss my ride, so we might have to just wait until it is full. And yes, if you're there you go, it didn't take long at all, did it? 22,000 solar panels, 18,000 accumulators. Yeah, that's a fair few. So it must stack to 50. They each must stack to 50s, which I probably should have known, but there you go. We probably don't entirely need all of that. Well, at least right now. I mean, we will in future, but this has certainly made it a lot easier to fill out the solar at a fast rate. I think the solar's actually gotten ahead of us in spite of how much we've built recently. And we'll check that when we get all the way back up here as well. Back onto our private track. Where are we on the world map? Down there. Yeah. See, now the robots have a bit more trouble prioritizing, so it's a bit of a mess rather than a well designed kind of build. Well, that's where our plane is, right. Okay, oh, those slow legs will not do. So it shouldn't be very long before this actually kicks off the next build here. Or maybe it will be. Oh, Solar 2. Unload cannot reach this. That's interesting. We're missing something. Not sure what. That looks fine. Let's go to where the train should be, which I think will be down here. Solar 2 unload. Solar load. And solar 2 unload. Does not like it. Solar 2 unload. You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to drive up here and just see if we can see what's stopping it. Just slight annoyance. Alright, bit more of a detour before we turn on yellow science. Manual drive. Uh-oh. Better wait for that one. And this one. I am on the right side of the road here, aren't I? Yes, I am. Good. I confuse myself sometimes. So, can we go to solar 2 automatically? No, that makes sense because it should only be in the new bit that there's an issue. It should be obvious soon enough. We're driving on coal, that's why things are a little slow, but this train really doesn't need any more. There did not seem to be a problem coming through here, did there? Solar 2U. Alright, train, I don't really understand that. Yeah, these guys are going to be tied up for quite a while. Let's just have a quick read of how much we actually have at the moment. 473,000. So, well, mind you, we are using 15.3 gig, but this is getting close to sort of 20 gigawatts. I think we have a few gigawatt to play with at the moment. Oh, some of my bots are doing silly things. That's not ideal. Right, back on the jet. So, are you going to have trouble? the condition. Actually, we're missing one of... Oh no, it's there. Radar 50, 200 substations, 20 roboports. We got all of those. Let's just see if you have a problem. And while we're about it, let's go and track down our robots. Yes, you do have a problem. I don't get it. Oh. I must have lost my robots. Oh well. You'll be mourned, robots. No, that's what we wanted. I don't know why this has a problem. I might have a look at that in a bit, but right now I want to go down to yellow science because that's what we were about. We wanted to get onto purple. We're not going to get onto purple, but we are going to get our yellow science fired up, see what happens. I'm fired up. Are you guys fired up? Along here. Why am I getting something flashing here? Fuel. Oh, you picked up some wood, you moron. Yeah. Okay. So, whoops, you need a command. You already have that one. Then add YSPU unload until inventory empty. Go automatic. Let's come down to this one. How many bots do we have? 800. Are they all firing up? We have bots to spare. Kind of what I expected really, because all the copper cable is being passed onwards. Mining productivity is done. Let's do yet another, because why not? We've got... Oh, that train's not supposed to be going anywhere. We don't need batteries, and we don't need copper at the moment. Let's have a look what yellow science is actually doing. 3.8. Okay, yellow science, that's not enough. You should be doing more than that. Control N for max rate calculator. 4119. What is the problem here? Per machine 93 4119. But not even close to that at the moment. We're not using all the bots. What is the problem? This one's not going. Why aren't you going? Probably because you've filled up your... Maybe. Let's run down there and have a look. So you're not moving for some reason. I have not fixed all of these. That's what the problem is. Dum-dum. And some of them are not directing their output in the direction they should, and I only have allowed one science pack to accumulate in these, which is probably a little bit too little. Oh, you're filling your own one. That's why. Oh, you have unrestricted. That's probably not a good idea. But anyway, guys, there you have it. Is this side all unrestricted as well? Is that what the thing is? No, that one was, though. That one was. I don't think just allowing these things to go to 200 is really going to work for me. I'm going to need more than a single stack. Although I can effectively put the buffer into here. It's another one that's not restricted. That would certainly explain why the numbers were not showing what I expected. There we go. Blue science guy, blue. Yellow science guys. Yellow science. And a little problem up here for some reason. I drove straight there, so I don't know. Is there some signal out of place or something that's upsetting it? Yes, there are signals out of place. Alright, since we know what's wrong, I'm going to fix that before the end of the episode, and then we'll call it. And next episode, we will get on with purple science, maybe blue science as well. I can smell us getting on to faster science in the very near future. Purple and blue will take a bit of effort to get over the line, but things are starting to get easier, and red and green will be a cinch. So, yeah. So what we need to do is basically from this point here, we want to remove all of these signals because they serve no purpose whatsoever. And I'm going to need my bots. Because it's not a two-way, they're two bi-directional paths for different trains. Now it's waiting on these guys to come and take them away. Alright, let's not do that. Okay, you got it. Has that changed matters? Yes. Look, we have a train coming. That's looking a lot better. Messy, but a lot better. That will finish fairly quickly. And our next row will commence. Looks like we're going to cover up a lot of very rich iron, but that's too bad. Guys, thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.